Friday night overtime, Freaky Friday. We in the building, y'all. We got my crew backstage ready to cue it up and do it up. You know how we get out on Freaky Friday, Payday in the building, Tate Boy Fresh in the building. Y'all, we do it and we get it in on the Fans First Sports Network, rocking out with the homies overtime when we hit every topic you can think of as far as sports. First of all, thank all you guys for rocking with us on the live chat, live show on Fans First Sports Network. And I want to say what's crack-a-lacking to my co-hosts, Payday and Tate Boy Fresh. What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Did I introduce you to this Michigan story? I'm sorry. I'm surprised you, as a big Ohio State guy, wasn't all over this Harbaugh story that was going on in Michigan. I don't know if you heard. He might have been in the cookie jar twice this season.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the live chat and the people that's listening to us, don't believe a word that Payday just said. I have been pushing, and trying to level up with all the information concerning the Michigan story, and we're going to get to that for sure. And I think I went a little overboard, but I don't care because it's Michigan and it's OHIO forever. But Tate Boy Fresh, man, what's cracking, man? We got our first story we want to talk about real quick. We are going to talk about Dame time in Milwaukee. What's going on with Dame, man? You know, you're the basketball guru around here. I got to give it up. I love NBA, but Tate, you love NBA. So what's going on with that first story with Dame time? Might have put the NBA on notice like, bruh, we about to get this chip.
Well, yeah, G. Yesterday was not opening night. Opening night was Tuesday. But last night was the Milwaukee Bucks and the 76ers first game against each other. Their opening night in Milwaukee. Dame's debut in the Milwaukee Bucks uniform. And, you know, we're going to talk football right after this, but this was just a kind of a big story because Dame's debut, he's all 75 team. He paired up with Giannis. And last night they beat the reigning MVP, Joel Embiid, in the Philadelphia 76ers. I think it was 118, 117, 1-point game, really good game. But the thing is, Dame scored 39 in his debut. The most scored in the debut by Milwaukee Bucks player. I think they've had guys like Giannis and Lou Alcindor.
Facts.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What's that?
Pay about to get you one more.
Mic check, mic check.
Hey, man, I'm going to start to see you with the old Tribe Called Quest. Microphone check, 1, 2, what in this? A 5-foot assassin with the roughneck business. Never have a cavity. Got to stop right there because we might get copyright struck.
Yeah, Pay don't know nothing about that.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a shame, man. Tribe Called Quest?
I don't know what it had to do with what we're talking about.
Mic check, mic check.
Oh, man, everybody says that in rap, man. I don't know what you have to go back to Tribe Called Quest.
Fife Digger.
Rest in peace, Fife Dog.
Rest in peace, Fife Dog. But yeah, man, so Dame scored 39. He really sealed it. He scored like the last 11 points, and him and Giannis scored the last 18. So Giannis, the former MVP, has somebody, a partner in crime that can close games now. And I think Milwaukee's going to be a real tough team to go against this NBA season. But that's it. I just wanted to comment on that, man. You know, I'm a Dame time fan. I'm a Giannis fan, and I'm a Jason Tatum fan. Yeah. And I don't think Luka is trash because he's not.
Well, we'll get to Luka about being trash in a little bit on one of these shows. But I'm going to tell you, and I held up the sign, Dame's him, bro. I think Dame's the piece to get him over the top. I think it's going to be Milwaukee and Phoenix playing for the NBA championship for sure. I think it's going to be a battle royale this year in that NBA Finals because he's him. Dame causes all kind of problems. And now with Giannis and that floor spacing, it's going to get ugly in Milwaukee fast. They just got to stay healthy. And Tate, great take the other day on That's Rather Cavaliers podcast when you said they really don't care about the seeding, but they're putting the NBA on notice that we got a squad and we coming at you.
Yeah, they don't care about the seeding. They just want to be healthy. They could be 4 or 5 seed. They don't care.
Yeah, facts.
But all right, now back to football, Big G. You was talking about your boy Your boy was Jimmy Hardball.
Yeah, he's a booger eater, dog. For all that's out there to know, that boy eat boogers, man, on the sideline. I caught him. There's video evidence, along with all this cheating that's been going on with old Jimmy Harbaugh. So listen, tonight it was shown by ESPN. It's on Yahoo Sports. Breaking news that there is now an actual, not mole, not a leak, substantiated evidence that a D3 coach admits that he was played by Stallion, who's the guy who's at the center of all this controversy, to go and film and do things that were illegal or in the gray area concerning the NCAA. And he's starting to name other people who's involved with it. And slowly but surely, this thing is connecting itself back to Jim Harbaugh knowing what was going on there and the cheating scandal. I've heard some Michigan people say, well, the guy who they're talking about in question has only been there since 2022. Well, he just named this other guy who's been there since 2021. And oh, by the way, that's when they said that all the cheating started. It initially started with Penn State. It started with Rutgers and all whatever else. And they've known it's been going on for a while. So I think that the corners are sort of closing in on Jimmy Harbaugh. And, I just want to see how y'all think. Because like I said, I'm overboard on it. Maybe because of college, like Tate, like how you love basketball. College football is my thing. So I'm keeping ears to the ground, and I'm on notice of anything going on with Harbaugh that's actually substantiated. I don't want to hear all the rumors out there and all that other stuff. I want to do what's being known for sure. So I want to get y'all reaction to it, because I think he's done. Matter of fact, I think he's cooked. I think Jim Harbaugh's cooked. This is the issue. The NC2A, once they file charges concerning the rules as of today, Michigan has 90 days to respond to those charges, right? And then from that point, there'll be sanctions and all whatever else. However, January 11th of 2024, all the NC2A rules are changing based on this one scandal. They've already got it on the books. They're saying that you're not going to be able to go in and film and coach and take signs and all this other stuff. All the stuff are all the rules that Harbaugh's breaking. They're changing the rules as of January 11th of 2024. How? Because they don't want to go through this mess ever again. So I want to get you guys' take on it, see what you're thinking and feeling. I'm not going to be defensive or offensive, but I think Jim Harbaugh's cooked at the University of Michigan. That's just my call. Tate, what you got, bro?
Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Tate, I got a question, man. And I'm gonna direct this directly at you about this. Scale of 1 to, let's say 1 to 3. How big of a chubby does G have for this story?
A 3.5.
Exactly. Man, look, they are not doing anything this season about this story as it relates to Michigan. This is not a huge infraction. Nothing's going to come of this. I mean, they may, if they wanted to do it, it wouldn't rise to the level of taking away wins, anything like that. It's a minor thing. Because he had been popped already for recruiting violations, lying about cheeseburgers, something dumb like that. I could see them possibly suspending him again, but it won't happen this season. So you're gonna have to just relax, take that another L, and just move on. It might. This probably won't happen. There probably won't be a decision on this until 2025.
I know a lot of Ohio State fans that they have a fetish for this story. I'm not one of them. Ohio State fan, no fetish. Big G, even my brother and other people seem to think Michigan's cheated. I said that'll have nothing to do with the 2 losses Ohio State took to Michigan the last 2 years. Wasn't because of no cheating and play stealing. It's because of physicality and manhandling. That's what Michigan did to the Buckeyes. I think Harbaugh and most, maybe they take a couple scholarships, and then they're gonna open it up to where everybody can send scouts and staffers to go record games. I mean, they need to just go to the headset in the helmet for the coordinators and the players on the field, and we won't have to worry about any of this problem.
So I'm gonna respond to Paige first and then yours, Tate. Paige, you are absolutely correct that it might not be anything going on, because what has to happen is that in order for the suspension to go down for Harbaugh or penalties to come down, it has to come from Big Ten officials. And let's just be totally honest. it's money rules the world. Cash makes the world move, right? So if cash is going to make it
Especially in the
move,
Big Ten.
facts. And what more could they sell if the Ohio State University and the University of Michigan come into that last week and they're ranked 1 and 2, and the loser still has an opportunity to go to the college football playoff. So the Big Ten would have to step in and do something prior to. I know for a fact, inside information, inside track, that there's been a letter issued to all Big Ten staff, officials, and teams concerning this issue. So I know that's happened, but whether or not the Big Ten does something, I think it's more of a money game. Tate, to respond to you is it's going to be a bigger penalty than you've probably ever seen, because the issue is that the NC2A is losing control, and that's not what they want to do. And so they're going to put the hammer down on Michigan. When and how and what, we've already seen it before. Michigan has had games, titles, banners taken from them before. You don't believe me? Ask the Fab Five. So I think that the penalty will be steep when it's all said and done. But the bottom line is, if Harbaugh would tell, it wouldn't be an issue. And that's the point that I'm driving home. Because when the shoe was on the other foot, and it was Urban Meyer with his scandal, which turned out to not even be a scandal, that Zach Smith, that all that stuff turned out to be false, but it was a scandal. And when Jim Tressel did it with the tattoos, what did he get in trouble for? The issue was he denied. And that is the exact same thing that Jimmy Harbaugh is doing. So that's why it's still an issue, is because he denies what's actually going on. That's just what I'm saying. Any other comments about the whole thing with old Michigan and Harbaugh time?
Unless it's punitive, like what Tate said, the highest the discipline is going to be is a reduction in scholarships.
Yeah, like Pace said, if Harbaugh get tired of him, I mean, he's just gonna go into the NFL and they ain't gonna skin off his back. So you say he cooked? He ain't cooked. He's still gonna go somewhere and get a $10, $12 million a year job coaching football.
I agree.
And Urban Meyer tried that after his thing, and it didn't work out too well for Urban, though. But we know Harbaugh's experience and been in the pros, been there, done that.
Yeah, Harbaugh's definitely a better X and O guy than Urban Meyer. I will say that in totality. Harbaugh understands football. Urban Meyer is more of a manager. He's more of a manager. He did that at Florida. He did it at Ohio State. It doesn't work like that in the pros. You got to understand what you're talking about, for sure. But I'm done with it. Pay, I'm swinging it to you. It's your topic, man. Your world, Pay. Do what you do, bro.
Are we ready to take our picks?
Whatever other stories we got. Oh, yeah, we got some cooking going on with Brock Purdy, for sure.
Yeah, let's talk about Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Oh, Brock Bottom. Kudos, Tate. Bravo, Tate.
Can't take credit for that. To stole that from Speak.
Yeah, facts. Pay, what you got, bro?
If you heard the homies this past week, an hour ago, Brock Purdy had a concussion, to which led. I'm going to blame those last 2 picks. He in the last 5 throws, he threw 2 picks in his game versus the Vikings. So he's had 2 consecutive losses now after starting his career 8-0. I don't think. I mean, those, and if you look at those picks, if you was watching the game, those picks look very uncharacteristic from him. He doesn't throw the ball in the coverage like that. Those are terrible throws. The Niners now, but if Brock is not ready to go, the Niners are looking at a 3rd consecutive loss, and that division is back in play for everybody else. Well, not really, because once they get back healthy, once they get back Debo and Brock is back ready to roll, it's lights out for everybody else.
Well, I mean, it already is, because they got the same number of losses as Seattle, and they still got to play Seattle twice. So we won't know the division favorite until those 2 play at least once.
Facts.
Once they get healthy, it's lights out for everybody. They're a better team than everybody in that conference. Man, everybody.
I think the way they've looked, I think Witherspoon, Wooten, the other corner. I mean, Witherspoon, the rookies from your school of Illinois, pays number 1 cornerback in football.
Yeah.
As a
Don't
rookie.
forget about Kobe Bryant. Don't forget about he's not a rookie, but don't forget about
Kobe Bryant, Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
That defense can play with the 49ers. And if the 49ers don't fix up that pass defense, because they sure let Kirk Cousins carve them up with Jordan Addison, what is DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and Jackson Smith and Jigba going to do to him? So I just think it's going to be a way better game than you think, Pay. I would pick the 49ers to be the favorite right now still, but I won't know the true favorite to that first game between those two teams are played.
Yeah. And there's a possibility that Brock Purdy can still clear a concussion protocol. That was reported just a little while ago by ESPN. Stephen A. Smith wrote the story and said that there's a strong possibility that he could clear protocol and actually play. But I agree in totality, something's wrong with Brock Purdy. I don't know what it is.
I mean, his brain is swimming. That's what's wrong with him.
He did get his bell wrong.
Yeah. Without a shadow of a
doubt. He got the old Pat Freiermuth special.
So Pay, you was talking about Brock Purdy, and we talked about Seattle a little bit. So who's the best team in the NFC right now?
I mean, right now,
hey, you better say the right one.
I'm about to say the right one. Huh? Until otherwise is proven, I got San Francisco. If I need to win one game, if it's a round robin between all the division leaders right now, one game, who will win that? Who will win that tournament? San Francisco.
Okay, I'll call cap on you, dog. Early and often. The Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles is the best team in the NFC.
They haven't even played up to their potential in one game yet this year.
And they're 6-1. And they're 6-1.
You say that's like a bad thing.
Yes. They're 6-1, and they just traded for Bird, an all-pro safety from Tennessee, and they got rid of the Edmonds that was playing for us, and they picked up Julio Jones off the street. Philadelphia.
You could have stopped that Bird.
Bayard is his name.
Bayard, yeah.
And Julio don't matter, Big G. But Philly is the best team. I agree with you.
Let's run down Philly's schedule so far. So they've beaten the Patriots, they've beaten the Vikings, who have before the last 2 weeks.
49ers. Who smashed the 49ers?
Before the last 2 weeks, the Vikings had the worst defense in the league. They beaten the Vikings, they beaten the Patriots, they beaten the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wait. They beat the Patriots, who beat the Bills. But keep going. Go ahead. Keep going.
I'm gonna come back to that. They beat the Commanders in no time. They beat the Rams, lost to the Jets, and they beat the Dolphins, who I also think is fool's gold. 6-1 don't really. 6-1 is not telling me anything.
The Dolphins might be the best team in the AFC.
They're not though.
They might be.
They're not. They're not though. They're the nicest team to look at in the AFC.
I'm just saying, when they get Jalen Ramsey and you can hit it, but when they get Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard back, they're gonna be a different squad, dog.
Before the Patriots beat the Bills, they had two consecutive. Bill Belichick got his two worst losses of his career this season. Before they beat the Bills. All credit to Bill Belichick. He knows how to play division rivals, but getting smacked upside your head twice in the season, don't tell me like, okay, them not beating them is a big accomplishment. No, everybody beats them. They're not good.
Bro,
hold on. The thing is about Philly. Philly is I don't care who they beat. They're 6-1. San Francisco beat some bad teams too.
Yeah.
And what do you want to do but play the games on their schedule? I think you want to crescendo to playing your best in November and December. And the 49ers may have tapped out already.
Yeah.
Or maxed out.
What makes you say that they've already played high level ball? Yes. If you think they can't get back to that level, I need to know why.
And the Philadelphia Eagles have had a lot of injuries on defense too. Wait till we keep talking about the 49ers getting 100% healthy. Wait till the Philadelphia Eagles get 100% healthy, because that defense is dangerous. And man, they got the best defense in the whole NFL.
The Jets are a tough team far as their defense. So that was a physical game. I don't think the 49ers have had anybody match them in physicality yet, but it's coming. Dallas ain't mad. Look at that
great
game,
shoes
man.
off of Dallas.
Come on, man.
They beat the fire.
Dallas is a better defense than any team on Philadelphia's schedule so far.
Well, good thing they play Dallas, right?
Good thing they know how to destroy Dallas.
Next week. Not this Sunday, next Sunday.
Quarter time bet the Eagles beat the Cowboys.
Well, I don't want that.
Dallas. I don't want.
No. I'm telling you. No.
Big G.
I said up until this point, Philly hadn't really played anybody that make me think that they're better than San Francisco. Once they beat Dallas, and they will beat Dallas, we can circle the wagons on this conversation.
So you just got it on hold. Big G, betting corner time that Philly fans with a better record than San Francisco.
I'll bet that too.
I'll take it.
15 minutes. Y'all heard it. Mark the time. 21:45 on the podcast. Mark it. Yep, I got him. Got him. Philadelphia, man, is the best team in the NFC, bro.
Yeah,
I think we already got some quarter time coming up for the day either way. But, I put it on there. I'm writing it down right now.
Okay, so another topic we got before we get to our picks is them other boys out in LA. Them Charger boys, Big G.
They trash.
Will Brandon Staley be fired?
Brandon Staley, because I've done this for players, and I've done this for a lot of players in the NFL. But Brandon Staley, you get my first scrub of the year coach, dog. You are a scrub, and you should be fired today. You are horrible. With all the talent that is in Los Angeles with the Chargers, both offensively and defensively, you suck. You are a horrible coach, man. There's no way you should be losing games. There's no way. You got Justin Herbert, who's a top 7 quarterback. You have Austin Eckler, who's a top 5 or 6 running back. You have Keenan Allen, who's a top 5 wide receiver. You have top defensive players, including Joey Bosa, including James. You got including Khalil Mack. You got dogs out there, and you can't get no dubs. Dog, you're trash. You showed it last year in the playoffs when you were up 25 points on the Jacksonville Jaguars and lost. You showed it last year. They should have fired you at the end of that season. But now you done carried it over this year, and Kellen Moore is going to help, and this, that, and this. And you're a horrible coach. You should be fired today. And I'm straight up, just my opinion. He's horrible.
We talked about this on the game preview of the Bear Claw podcast. Find it everywhere you get your podcast: Apple, Google, Spotify.
Hey, Pay, this is aired on the Bear Claw too.
Mm-hmm.
We were asking. Well, I asked the question: why does everybody think that the Bears they won 2 of the last 3 games, and they think it's a step up in competition this week when we play the Chargers? Chargers are 2-4. Bears are 2-5. Chargers have been getting smoked on defense, and they've got. I mean, keep going this way. They've got about 5 Hall of Famers on defense. They have a Bosa's son. They have Khalil Mack. They've got Derwin James. They got studs all around. They got Keelan Allen, Herbert, as you said, Austin Eckler, studs all around, and they're 2-5. They can't beat Patrick Mahomes. They can't beat anybody worth a note. They can't even protect Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, anytime you get anywhere near him, he's throwing the ball into the stands because he doesn't want to get hurt. Mm-hmm. And my co-host hypothesized the reason they ain't winning no games is they're trying to get Staley up out of there. So, it might be true. Might be true. Staley is a bum.
They're gonna get Staley up out of there because he's not winning games. It's not that they're not winning games to get Staley up out of there. They're gonna get Staley up out of there because he's not winning games.
They should have fired Staley when he didn't go for that tie to get into the playoffs a year or so ago. That should have been like, all right, bro. All you had to do was all you had to do was tie this game, and we go to the playoffs. He did some dumb stuff, and they end up going to the crib after the last week of the season.
So you're saying 2 seasons ago they should have fired him?
They lost when they lost to the Raiders. We needed them to lose that game so we could get in the playoffs.
That was 2 seasons ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then last year he blew it because he had 25-point lead and blew it. Had a 25-point lead at halftime and blew it.
Should have fired him again. Should have rehired him and fired him again.
Well, I think
scrub.
I think Staley is going to get fired because he's a defensive coach. And the defensive side of the ball is the worst side of the ball for the Chargers.
Yeah.
So
I don't disagree.
I mean,
I don't disagree at all.
They're going to bring in an offensive coach that can get. Maybe it's going to be the guy that's hired from Dallas. What's his name? Kellen Moore.
Oh, that's going to make it even worse.
Maybe it's going to be him though, Big G. I mean, they're going to get an offensive guy that can teach Herbert something different. And I got Tim Lyons comment up real quick before we get to the picks. Take a break and get to the picks.
Good, because I was about to comment on this in the chat. He said Niners got the best running back in the game, the best tight end in the NFL, and the best defense in the NFL.
No.
I agree with one of those.
Well, I was going to say the best running back, okay.
Yep.
Kittle's not the best tight end. Maybe he's one of the top tight ends.
Facts.
And best defense in the NFL is just Kirk Cousins just called for 380.
Yeah, they're not.
And
Philadelphia.
Before that, Cleveland without a quarterback ran for 170.
Yeah, facts, Tate. They're not.
They can be had, Tim. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they ain't numero uno. They ain't numero uno. At running backs, that's it. Not everything else. Nah, get up out of here.
Hey, if you're listening, watching on YouTube, stay with us. If you listen on audio, we got to pay a couple bills. You're going to hear a couple ads real quick, and we'll be right back after this.
What's cracking, y'all? Back with the Homies Overtime podcast. My boy Payday, Tate Boy Fresh. We sitting and chopping it up about all kind of sports facts, man. Hey, we appreciate all them comments over there in the live chat. Make sure you continue to hit the like button. Spread it throughout Fans First Sports Network. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Because you know how we get out on the Freaky Friday on the Level Up Podcast. What's up, Tate Boy Fresh and Payday?
This ain't no Level Up Podcast, man.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. The Homies Overtime, man. I do so many, my mind runs together. You're absolutely correct, Tate. So I check myself right there before I wreck myself. What's up, Tate? What's up, Tate? What's going on, y'all?
How many shows you doing, G?
Man, a gang of them, bro.
You got Level Up. You got the Homies. Know It All.
Yep.
Pump Your Brakes. You're doing a lot of work.
Homies Overtime. That's rather Cavaliers, Cleveland Cavaliers podcast. Yeah, I got a lot going on, though.
I thought I had a lot going on throughout the week. I'm down here recording, I feel like every day, 2 hours a day. I got Homies OT, the Bear Club, Pay Dirt, the new Bull Show, the Bulletin Board. What else? NFC Homies. I thought I did a lot.
You know what's bananas too?
Salute.
Yeah, I've been on. I thank you, man. I appreciate it. I've been on the Land Grant podcast. I was special guest on the Land Grant podcast for College Football Ohio State. I've been asked by a couple other podcasts to come on and be a special guest here and there. Oh, and me and Tate do the Mike Tomlin post game thing as well. So I live in podcast land, man. But it's all good, man. It's all good. Building a brand.
When the Cavs play the Bull, we got to do a crossover, man.
Most definitely. It's gonna be a little explicit, but you can handle the edit.
All right, so let's get to the picks, right? It's that time. Pay, you got last week's records?
I do have last week's record. Gee, congratulations, man. I think this is your first over 500 weekend, man. Congrats.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man. What I was looking like, 3-1?
You had 2-1. 2-1.
2-1.
You
Okay.
you had Pittsburgh plus 3.5 and Philly -3. You missed on those DC Commandos. You had them.
They trash.
Yeah, I tried to tell you that a month ago.
I told y'all to took the Giants. I said that last week after he said that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
but
never
before we
pick 'em
get
again.
started, you also did loudly, might I add, said Detroit was going to beat Baltimore 28-17.
I did.
I missed that one too, though. I didn't pick it, but I missed that one.
Yeah. That was. Hey, Pay. You know, I admitted on the homies podcast earlier, man. When it comes to the Ratbirds, man, I'm biased, bruh. I admitted it.
I know, but
I finally told the truth.
We know you biased, but you stamped this one with corner time. So I just want to let you know. You owe that.
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah. Check the tapes. We can go back to the footage. We can
Man,
go back to the footage. I wouldn't have wrote it. I would not have wrote it down if it wasn't important. But I made sure to write that down.
Y'all to go ahead and get the rest of it. I'm gonna go back so I can check last week's tape.
Yeah, no.
All right. So other than that, B had another 1-2 week. He missed on Buffalo. He missed on Vegas. He was right on Denver. Denver over Green Bay. Of course, because Green Bay sucks. Tate, first times for everything. 0-3 last weekend.
Dang,
Detroit, Cleveland, and the Chargers all did you bogus.
Whoa.
I was 1-1. I had I missed on Tampa Bay. Winning it, they were favorites by 2.5. I missed on that, but I had Seattle with the big number. I had them covering 8.5. They won by 10. With that said, B didn't supply us any picks this week. Again, he's been out of commotion in Scorpio season. He's living it up. I appreciate. Shout out to Miss B. Shout out to B and Miss B.
I was 0-3, man.
0-3.
What games did I lose?
You had Detroit plus 3.
I thought you just said Big G picked Detroit.
No.
He jumped on your back and said, you know what? Yeah, I'm taking that too. 28-17. He supplied a score.
Okay.
You had Cleveland as a 3-point favorite. They won by 1.
Yeah.
And the Chargers, they got beat again. You had the Chargers covering 5. I think they lost by like 9 points or something like that.
Yeah, they lost by almost 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
All right, so run them.
Let's go. Who wants first?
I'll take it. I don't care what it is.
Right.
I'll take it.
All right. G, you up first. I'm giving you Houston versus Carolina. Houston versus Carolina. Give me 1 second. We're going to DraftKings right now. Right. And DraftKings has Houston as I think they're saying a 3-point fave.
Yeah. Give me the Texans with the spread, with the points. Give me the Texans without a shadow of a doubt.
CJ Stroud, right?
It's not that. The Texans is, hey, listen, Houston is going to be something to mess with. You better watch out for them boys, man. Houston is going to be something to mess with. Listen, all they got to do is continue to just get a little better because they're young. They're a bunch of kids. But CJ Stroud a dog. CJ Stroud a dog.
So I'm going to repeat this. Houston is a 3.5-point fave. You got Houston to cover that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Tate, you up. Well, you know what? I'll skip you because you're doing some work right now. I'll take the next one. We got Philly versus the Washington Commanders. Philly is a 7-point fave on the road to go see DC. Philly's the best team in the NFC, right? I'm taking you on your head. I'm taking Philly to cover that. -7.
Like it.
B is out. Tate, you ready?
He said, yeah, he ready. He just muted. He ready to go.
Yeah.
Battle of New York. This is a spicy game. Battle of New York. A battle of East Rutherford, rather. The Jets are a 3-point fave. How do you like it?
I like the Giants.
Ooh.
I like. I mean,
Now,
I pick my quarterbacks. I like Tyrod Taylor better than Zach Wilson.
okay, all
And
Mm.
the,
right.
and the Giants been playing some good defense the past couple 2-3 weeks too.
Oh man,
Mm.
that's spicy. That is. Hey, I'm not mad at you. That is a ballsy pick. You got Giants
Tay,
+3.
did you start Saquon Barkley this week? That's
He
some
has no
bias.
choice. That's it.
That's
That's
some
his.
bias.
For those that don't know, Tate took Saquon Barkley #1 overall in the fantasy
Mm.
football draft. You have no choice but to start your #1 pick every
That's right.
week.
Facts. Without a
All right,
doubt.
we're gonna spin the block.
Man, y'all don't worry about my 6-1 team. I got Saquon Barkley. I got
House
Derrick
of
Henry.
Cards.
I got Kamara. I got Aaron Jones. I got Najee Harris. Come on, man. I'm loaded, man. I'll put that running back in. I want and win.
House of Cards. I'm gonna just
Mm.
say that right now. I'm gonna leave it alone. We're gonna spin the block. G, you back up.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
giving you Pats at Miami. The Pats are a 9.5-point road dog.
Give me the Miami Dolphins at the crib, man. Miami's getting healthy. I'll take Miami with the points. But I want to make this clear. I'm still gonna pick Miami with the points. But every now and then Tyreek Taylor lays an egg against the Patriots, man. And I'm just hoping this ain't the week. Because every now and then, something about Belichick, he schemes for him or something, but he lays an egg. But I still think that Miami, and listen, man, I love Miami's head coach, man. I love him. He might have just been sitting and playing freaking Madden and figured it out. but this dude is a straight up nerd and he understands football. Give me Miami, man. I like him. I like the way that those guys play.
Okay. All right, you ain't have to explain it. I mean, you like him because he's a nerd. Okay, good.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
I'm up next. I got Jacksonville Jags. You know what? No, I'm giving that to one of y'all. I'm up next. I got LA Rams going to see Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is coming off a bye. Dallas is a 6-point fave. The Rams just lost to Pittsburgh. I don't think the Rams are that good. I think they blew they blew it all when they won the Super Bowl. They ain't ready yet. Dallas to win by a touch.
Hey, don't forget Dak is trash. Don't forget it. Don't
I mean,
forget
that's
it.
my fan. Hey, if Tate can roll with his fantasy quarterback, I'm gonna roll with mine too. Dak all the way.
Okay.
Tate, this one's for you. Everybody's fave, Pittsburgh Steelers. They are welcoming the Jacksonville Jaguars into the formerly named Heinz Stadium. Pittsburgh are 2-point dogs at the crib. How you see it?
Heinz Field, not Heinz Stadium.
Something mustard.
Don't make all the
Catch up, bro.
Pittsburgh
Catch up.
people get in a tizzy because I let you be wrong with that.
Yeah, them years just go off.
Man, I got Pittsburgh on the money line, man. Tomlin as a dog at home is like the best coach ever. Winning
Facts.
percentage as a dog at home.
Facts.
I mean, you're gonna come out here and put some respect on our offense name. Our defense is gonna turn Trevor Lawrence over 2 times. Najee Harris and Jalen Warren are gonna rush for about 120. And what Big G said on the homies, GP gonna get that 100 again for the 3rd straight game.
Yep.
And I'm starting KP8 and Deontay Johnson in my fantasy league.
So you're talking about a touchdown somewhere in there.
Steelers 24-17.
I co-sign with
okay.
it. I co-sign with it.
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Hey man, I'm a Steelers fan for life, bro. But I'm not biased about it though either. I'm the guy that was talking crazy about Tom. So
Not biased about it. You're not biased about it, G.
No, sir. No, sir.
You sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. We ain't got time. We ain't got time. All right. You spinning the block. G, you back up. Minnesota Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. NFC showdown. The Packers are a 1-point dog, according to DraftKings. How you see it?
Aaron Jones isn't playing. They had a bye. Minnesota just whooped San Fran. confidence builder. When Justin Jefferson coming back? Anytime
He's still on
soon?
IR. This is it. This is his third game. This would be his third game.
Man, give me the Vikes.
Of
Give me the
course,
Vikes,
Green Bay suck.
Yeah, give me the Vikes.
I think we can rally behind that. Green Bay is garbage.
Yeah, give me the Vikes. I like that Jordan Addison kid, man. That Jordan Addison kid is nice, man.
He's pretty
nice.
pretty fast. He's pretty fast,
Yeah.
and on the field and in his car.
Yeah.
Next up, it's back on me. You already picked Houston and Carolina, so I got the Saints traveling to see the Indianapolis Colts. Saints are 1-point favorite on the road. Man, this is tough. The Colts you don't know what you get out of the Colts, man, from week to week. The Saints, you at least know they're gonna play defense. Marshawn Lattimore is a baller, but Derek Carr, he fell off a cliff. He just looked horrendous.
He was out there talking crap to Chris Olave too. That was ridiculous, man.
Chris Olave pulled up short on that route. So I get what happened. Chris Olave, he stopped running. Even though Carr threw the ball. It hit the
Hey man, can I interrupt y'all for a second?
Yeah.
At least I hope so in my heart. Lions +3 at the Baltimore Ratbirds.
Come on, man. You know it's always Detroit over everybody, man.
Everybody.
What's that line?
The points and the +3. Lions +3.
I'm getting 3 points, Big G.
Oh yeah,
but the Lions gonna win outright though.
Oh, they're gonna dust them. I like the money line. They're gonna dust the Ravens. They're gonna dust them off.
Dust them, huh? What's that score looking like, G? Give me a prediction real quick.
28-17.
Okay. Let me,
all right.
Put that down there for you. We'll be just thinking mental note.
Dusty pants. So we're on to me. Bill.
No bet of corner time.
Don't try it, Pay. don't try it, Pay. You try to sneak one in. Don't try the corner time, Pay. Don't try it. No way, Jose.
I was this close. I was this close. It was close. I was closer to getting you to go to that corner time than Derek Carr was to completing that pass to Chris Olave on the sideline. I'm gonna still take the Saints to beat the Colts. The Minshew magic is up. The Colts defense, Saints defense is just a little too tough. Give me that 1-point fave. I'll take them to win outright. Next game, Tate, this is on you. Atlanta Falcons are traveling to see the Tennessee Titans. Titans are 2.5-point dogs at the crib. How you see it?
You mute.
Man, I have no faith in the Titans are starting Will Levis. I have no faith in Will Levis. But I have even less faith in Desmond Ridder. Give me the Tennessee Titans.
Hey,
I like how you said that.
You got to be kidding me. You have more faith in Bill Levis? and I know I'm tearing his name, but I don't care. The Desmond Ridder?
I think Derrick Henry gonna do his thing to showcase his trade value.
Hey, okay, all right. There's no way. If I was picking, the Falcons would win, man. I would, but it's not my game, man.
I mean, you could go either way with this because tell me if I'm wrong. The 1:00 games, the last game to play in the 1:00 slate every week is Atlanta. Because it's always the last drive to settle this game. 2.5, you can't go wrong. 2.5 to win, 2.5 to underdog. It doesn't matter. It's always a field goal game if Atlanta's involved. I think that's an easy bet.
Yeah. Makes sense.
AFC North game. This is for you, G. Cleveland, Seattle. Cleveland's a 3.5-point dog. No, it's at Seattle. Cleveland's a 3.5-point doggy.
Give me the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yeah, the Seahawks. I'm telling you, Tate, we warned him. Me and you was both on to something about Seattle getting healthy, getting fast. And there's no way. There's tape out there on Walker. Walker is garbage, y'all. And they defense
Kenneth Walker.
cannot keep carrying him. No, I'm talking
Kenneth
about Walker,
Walker.
the quarterback for Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
He
All right.
trash. That boy trash. So there's tape out there now, and Seattle's got a better team. Listen, Seattle and I think Cincinnati was the turning point for Cincinnati to win that game. They turned it for their season. So I'm not saying Seattle's having a bad season, but I think this game's going to speak volumes for them moving forward. And I think Seattle, this turns the thing. It's not in a bad direction, but I think it turns it all the way towards W's. I like Seattle to win. I like Seattle to actually win big. But that's just me.
Okay. G, you did our other AFC game, our first AFC game. You had Cleveland and Seattle, right? Okay. So me and Tate would do the other two AFC games.
Okay.
I got Baltimore. Well, actually, Tate did the Pittsburgh game too. So we got another one to give out. And guess who's not here? I got Baltimore. I want to see Arizona. I don't want to take too much time. DraftKings got them as Baltimore as a 9.5 point fave. I'm taking that. Baltimore's going to win by 10. They riding high off that beautiful blowout in Detroit.
Agreed.
Give me this. Baltimore 9.5. Taking it. So Tate, back on you. You got two AFC North games. Cincinnati, San Francisco. Frisco is a 5-point fave.
Man, I'm definitely taking the 5 points, but I would bet the Bengals to win outright.
Yeah,
I mean, because the way I saw Kirk Cousins carve them boys up, man, it's gonna be nice weather in the Bay Area. Joe Burr, Joe Cool. It's gonna go there with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins healthy. Lights out. Give me the Bengals plus the 5.
Nice.
I like it.
Last mid-afternoon window game. Another divisional game, AFC West divisional game. KC goes to see Denver. KC is 7-point favorite. Now, before you answer this, G, if you was listening to this last episode on Bear Claw, we talked about this. I got a riddle for you. I got a trivia question for you, rather. What's Patrick Mahomes' career record versus the Denver Broncos?
He's won. No, he's that's the team he struggles with. He's like one. You say you got it. You got the answer. Go ahead. I'll let Tate answer.
Patrick Mahomes is 17-0 against the Denver Broncos.
Oh, so he's been blowing them out.
12-0.
12-0. Oh, okay.
12-0. But I mean, you got it. He doesn't struggle with them at all. So, G, armed with that information, Kansas City's 7-point favorite. What you think?
13-0 instead of 12-0. 13-0. Patty Mahomes boy gonna go in there and kill them boys, and it's gonna be a fire sale in Denver for all their players. Jared Judy gonna get traded. Patrick Surtain gonna get traded. They gonna fire sale.
Don't nobody want Judy. He's a jack.
Who don't want Judy?
I don't think nobody wants Judy. Now, if they would trade him in the division to Kansas City, maybe Mahomes can make something out of him. But Judy is bust.
Just a guy. Steve Smith told you. All right, now we're going to the primetime games. And it's just the way it falls. Sunday Night Football. The Bears are going to SoFi in a, as you say, Tate, critical game. To see those Chargers, light them up. The Chargers are 8.5 point faves. I don't know why. They nothing they've done this season has proven that they can be 8.5 faves over anybody. I'm taking the points.
Facts.
I'm taking these points. These points is a treat. Bears 8.5. They won't lose by no 2 scores. Chargers are weak. Moving on.
And they got to fire. If he loses to the Bears, they got to fire him, man. He don't make it to the end of the season.
The Raiders were trending up until they lost to the Bears. Now they're talking about, hey, should we go ahead and fire this coach now? That's what happens. You lose to the Bears, you got to go. Yeah. Staley done done enough to get fired. But if you lose to the Bears, it's adios, move.
Muchachos, my friend. Adios.
All right. Last game, Monday Night Football. We got those Raiders we just spoke about. They're going to see the Detroit, the kneecap chewing team in Detroit, those Lions. Raiders are 8-point dog. Tate, it's all you.
You want this game too.
I think I went with them every week last year, man. I ain't about to change, even though they cost me last week. Detroit gonna come back mad after that whooping Lamar Jackson gave them, man. But Lamar Jackson is 16-1 against NFC teams. So teams gonna get a good regular look at him. They don't do well against him. So I think Detroit gonna come back and show that, we laid an egg last week, but we still they'd be 6-2 if they win this game, still atop the NFC North. And competing for home field for the playoffs. If one of them teams, Philly or San Francisco, slip up, well, San Francisco and Dallas already got 2 losses also.
Facts.
And one of Detroit's losses is to an AFC team, but so is one San Francisco. So that matters with the seeding at some point. But yeah, give me Detroit to cover the 8.5. What you said?
8, flat 8.
Yeah, Detroit probably wins 31-17, 31-20, something like that.
Detroit's other loss came against Seattle.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Detroit's other loss came against Seattle.
Right. Seattle and last week, Ravens.
I got a question, Tate.
Yeah.
Serious is cancer.
How much side money you got on this? Because I know you got a hating Raiders dude that's in your repertoire, bro.
No, you know
what,
bro?
You love the Lions. You love the Lions. So did you give him the business
We do a pick 'em sheet at work every week, about 10 of us. And y'all know what I'm talking about when I say work. About 10 of us, $20 a person. And he didn't even pick his own team this week. He picked Detroit.
He's trash. How you a fan and you don't pick your own team, man?
I ain't be trying to win the pot, man.
Man,
hey, money over everything, man.
Right.
Hey.
So the thing is,
what Wu-Tang tell you? What Wu-Tang tell you in '93? Cash rules everything around me.
Yeah. Hey, so the thing is, last week I picked the Raiders on my sheet. But of course, he dropped me off on Friday. He was like, "Oh, you don't want to bet on our games?" He said, "I like the Rams and I like the Raiders." I said, "I already picked the Raiders on my sheet." He's like, "What that mean?" I said, "Bet on the give me the Bears then."
You collected that
and they lit him up.
I
I didn't win the sheet, but I won $50 from him.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And one of these days we got to get him on the show, man, just to talk that crazy mess.
He was supposed to come on the week the Steelers played the Raiders, but he backed out. Last he had something to do that Friday evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get him on because he know football, but dude get on my nerves though, man. I gotta let y'all see this guy.
Chat fam, real quick. Who do you heard all our picks? Who do you think's gonna have the best record out of week 8? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. We'll shout you out.
Cheer for G.
Yeah.
Cheer for G.
It ain't about cheers, but who made the best picks? The guy that picked all the dogs, except Detroit. No, I picked Cincinnati was a dog. I picked another dog too. Pittsburgh was a dog.
Yeah. Oh, After said you pay. After said you. Right off the back, she said you. She said you got the picks this week.
What up, After?
Yep.
Tim Lyons for Tate. Mr. Woods side for Tate. Foot's big. Yeah. He ain't respond yet. So 2 for Tate, 1 for me.
Yeah.
Hey, right Big now. G.
Yeah.
Hold your bias sign up for Afton.
Well, Afton knew that was biased.
She picked you. She biased towards you.
How does that? What?
I think it's a muscle thing.
Why?
I put mine up. It don't have the same appeal.
Hey, Foot's big said Tate too, man. So Tate, you winning, man, right now.
Yeah, Tate's
3-1.
Man, I do every week.
Hey, and shout out to Afton too, who's one of our who are homies, know-it-alls, pump your brake generals, without a shadow of a doubt. Thank you, Afton, for
5-star
rocking
general.
with us for sure. Yeah, 5-star. We salute you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Always here in the chat supporting. Yeah, hey Afton, you big on Kansas basketball? Because college basketball season about to start, and Pay is a Tar Heel guy, so you won't like him, but you won't pick him on that.
Yeah.
Roy Williams. I mean, if you think about it, Kansas and the Tar Heels, they're linked. They're linked. Dean Smith, he learned the game in Kansas. He learned underneath was it Fog Allen, I believe. He learned the game underneath Fog Allen.
It was Naismith, wasn't it?
Was it Naismith?
Fog Allen was at Kansas.
But yeah, Fog Allen learned under Naismith.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so
right.
did John Wooden.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct. Dean learned underneath Fog Allen, and Roy Williams learned underneath Dean. He was a staffer on Dean's team. Got his first head coaching job at Kansas, then came back on home to become the GOAT at North Carolina. So I mean, Kansas and Carolina, we run deep.
After said Kansas is her second favorite team. She said Wichita State is her number one team.
Oh, well, they won't be in the tournament this year. They might be though. They always have a good team. The Shockers do though. My father-in-law graduated and played football at Wichita State. But
Tim Lyons, his second to last comment. Big G, you're only good with college picks.
Tim Lyons is true. You know what, Tim? I was trying to go the whole show and not give nobody none of these, man. Get the kicking, Tate. Get him. Get the kicking, Tim. Kick rocks, bro. Already this week, man. Come on, man. Afton, is Fred VanVleet the greatest player that ever went to Wichita State? Because Xavier McDaniel went there, Antoine Carr went there. They didn't have some dogs go there. So I just want to know, is Fred VanVleet
what school did Damian Dame Leonard.
I don't think he went to Wichita. I don't think so.
He went to Weber. That's right. He went to Weber.
Weber State in Utah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So after is VanVleet, is he the one? Or was it Xavier McDaniel, Antoine Carr? Who was it? Who was the greatest player at Wichita State? Gotta know who you're saying it is.
Landry Shamet.
Shamet went there too. That is facts. But she said probably. She said probably VanVleet. Okay, that's fair. I get it. But Xavier McDaniel was a dog, though, bro. Man, Xavier was a dog, man. Xavier, he just couldn't. He couldn't handle his temper, and he was coming to the league and choking cats out, man. So that was his issue, man. He came to the NBA and just if he couldn't beat you, he choked you out.
I remember that he used to fight, but I think him and Oakley got in the fight. That was like a legendary little brawl.
And then they brought him to New York, and he started choking out dudes in New York. He choked out some bulls.
Did they play together in New York?
Yep.
Like the roughest team, man. They had like Oakley and Mason and McDaniels and Larry Johnson. Then nobody wanted to remember when Chris Childs, God rest his soul, jabbed Kobe?
Yep.
He gave him more than just a jab.
Right, he did.
Greg Anthony was out there. Greg Anthony was out there throwing hands too, bro. Don't forget about Anthony. He's swinging. He's swinging a heartbeat. Yeah.
He's also throwing hands and throwing money on the corner in Vegas.
Facts. Getting that dice game in, bro.
No, that's not what he did.
Really? What did he do?
He was paying for a good time. He was paying for a good time.
I got you.
Yeah, man. But hey, man, y'all
Freaky Friday.
Say what you guys say. Freaky Friday. Go ahead and say what you guys say to take us out, Big G. We got about 60 seconds, man.
Hey, man, we appreciate all you guys rocking with us. Please make sure that you listen to all of the shows on the Fans First Sports Network. Bear Claw, Running Through the Jungle, Level Up Podcast, Know It Alls Podcast, Pump Your Brakes Podcast. We do a lot of information. That's Rather Cavaliers. We bring you guys a lot of content and a lot of information. So we appreciate all of you guys following us on all these channels, listening to us, rocking with us. Make sure you go back and check us out on Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, because that's where we get the downloads and that gets the algorithms jumping off. And you know how we like them rhythms around here, fellas, for sure. So we thank you without a shadow of a doubt.
Hey, everybody, Tim, thank you, man. You know, what'd you say, Tim? You love where these shows meander into. Yeah, that's why if you read the description, said we talk a lot of NFL and you never know what else, man. But we definitely appreciate all y'all, man. But what we really want to start having is everybody that's on the first show come to the second show, man. Let's just have some fun for an hour, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, but yeah, Fans First Sports Network, that's where it's at. On the audio side, you can listen to this on the Fans First Sports Network channel, NFL channel. We'll be there. The first episode, the homies you listen to on the Steel Curtain Network. You can also listen to this on the Bear Claw because we ran this on the Bear Claw too. So you know, Pay upload that there, and you know, Pay, go ahead and take us home, man.
Arrest Brett Favre.
Holla.